Steamy greetings on a sub-zero frosty night. I'm outside here on the first day of the new year according to the Gregorian calendar. And I'm out here by the fire, which is fueled by 100% salvaged trash wood. And I really wanted to make this vlog because what I really want to start doing is actually doing a lot more vlogs. You know, I've been really consistent over the last year and a half of posting to Steemit, and I've done, in my opinion, exceptionally, unique and creative and original content. And I've done that through the high economic times and the low economic times, because I really love Steemit. I really love the power of Steam, which I've also talked about before. I actually mentioned that in my speech at Steamfest about how Steemit doesn't exist without Steam. And it is actually Steam that is fueling Steemit. And whether Steemit exists or not, Steam still exists. And we as individuals, and of course it comes down to programmers. We got to have programmers in order to build something. But Steem is this really amazing blockchain because we can build almost whatever we want on the Steem blockchain. And the Steem blockchain has been proven to be one of the most efficient blockchains on the entire earth. Which is amazing, and it's so beneficial. It's so great for so many things. So I love Steem, and I love Steemit, and I love all you Steemians. Well, maybe not all of you. There is quite a few of you that are pretty annoying, but those of you that are annoying are not real Steemians. You're just copy paste pasta makers. People that are just trying to extract something from the extremely abundant and lucrative, successful economy that is Steem and that is Steemit. And, I don't really like that, because I believe that if we want something, we should give something. I think that we should be taking at least as much consideration to contributing as we should receiving. And, to me, that's a priority. I make a lot more on my posts than a lot of people do, and I also make a lot less on my posts than a lot of people do. And honestly, my content is way more unique and original and creative than most people's content is, even a lot of people that make more than I do. And that's okay, because they deserve it for whatever reason they deserve it for. That's why they're getting it. Just as I deserve what I'm getting for whatever reason it is that I deserve it. And one of the main reasons why I feel that I deserve what I get is because it's not just that my content is original or unique or creative. It's not just that I'm deliberately contributing something that has value. It's more of what I do with that. And so number one is that I've actually never powered down before in a year and a half, and I've never cashed out any Steem. So that's one of the reasons. The other reason is that regardless of the Steem that I receive from my posts, my whole life is dedicated to building a better world, to helping people. And if you followed much of my content, you know that I founded the Garden of Eden. And the Garden of Eden is one of the most sustainable operations in the whole world. We operated a almost unprecedented -0 carbon footprint, which what that means is that we live more sustainably than even people in the Amazon do that have no technology, no connection with the outside world whatsoever. They might be living at a 0 carbon footprint, but we're actually living at a -0 carbon footprint. And one of the ways that we do that is what I'm doing right now, which is I'm sitting here warming myself by a fire instead of using propane, instead of using electricity, instead of using a resource, right? I'm not consuming a resource. I'm also cooking food on that as well, but all this fuel is saved from the trash. Like, this would otherwise be picked up by a truck that was made in a factory that's driving on roads that were built by machines and mined resources, and it's being picked up by a truck that's running on petroleum, and then it's being dumped into a toxic wasteland that is being moved around by other machines made in factories running on petroleum, that is then covered with dirt that's dug up from some other place in the world by machines made in factories running on petroleum, and then transported to that landfill